It is another edition of Post-Race Conversations, live from Long Beach, California, as you can see over my shoulder. I am Brian Timothy, Dale 19 names, no one thanks for that, Mr. Danny Peters. He's Danny Peters, he is Wyatt Watson. What is going on, everybody? Danny, we had a fantastic race. We'll get to the atmosphere in just a moment, but for the second time, Kyle Kirkwood is a winner on the streets of Long Beach. So, my friend, how in the world did he do it?
I mean, it was a dominating performance for Kyle today. He led from pole. He led the most laps. Steven Stumpf's going to have to put in the exact number of laps he led because I don't know off the top of my head. But he looked in control for most of the day. He had solid, flawless pit stops and executed really well and came home with his third career victory and his second victory here in the 50th Long Beach Grand Prix.
Now, Wyatt, there are some fantastic stories, especially from Payette, Idaho. Stingray Rob comes in ninth. Kiffin Simpson gets a top 10. What a job by Stingray Rob, one of the 7 people to start on primary tires, and he took advantage of it, and he tied his career best finish in ninth.
Yeah, I mean, he had the alternate strategy. It felt like he took his softs dead last with a couple other drivers with him, but he got it done the best on that strategy call. A ninth place ties his career high from St. Louis of last year, which I covered there. It was amazing to see him lead laps even at a certain stint of this race. And then you got to give a good shout out to Kiffin Simpson. He did a great job as well. Top 10, his first top 10 of his career will be his career best finish as well. Kiffin Simpson earns himself 10th. Great day for him.
Danny, another guy that was absolutely dreadful in qualifying yesterday was Will Power, but slowly but surely he finds a way, and at age 44 he still finds a way to get a top 5.
I mean, for the second race in a row, he did exactly the same thing at Thermal, coming from back in the pack. Today he came all the way up to 5th place, and a really solid day for the veteran from Toowoomba, Australia. I just like saying that, but he talked at Thermal about how these are the results that knit together a championship run. Whether he can go on and pick up a third championship, obviously it's probably a fairly tall order, especially with Palou appearing so dominant. But he's not wrong in saying that you maximize your days when you start. You start from a poor qualifying spot. You maximize those days and you finish as high as you can. And for Will, that was 5th today. So I think an encouraging power all around.
On the flip side for Team Penske, Wide, it was a struggle, and especially with Joseph Newgarden. His seatbelts or there was a problem with his seatbelts. You talked with Tim Cindric after. What did you learn?
I mean, Tim Cindric just needs to figure out what's going on. That's what he told me after the race. It was a very frustrating feel in the number 2 pit box after the end of that race. It was a frustrating feel all weekend. Joseph Newgarden was stormed out of his pit box after he qualified poorly in Q1. And now, going into Barber, this team needs to get a bounce back after what happened today. An unacceptable mistake again that happened last year when the championship was on the line with Will Power. There needs to be a talk in the Penske camp.
Last but not least, Danny, the atmosphere was incredible. I mean, there was so many people here. I don't know, you've been if it's like this every single year, but like the people showed up and it was so evident.
Yeah, I mean, I think you yesterday described it as an event or an experience versus just a race.
I think there was a smorgasbord of stuff.
You used the word smorgasbord. You just used the word smorgasbord twice. That's twice in a row, folks. Twice in a row. No. Didn't you want to use the word plethora? Weren't you trying to get that in somehow?
Something like that, I think. Yeah.
But exactly as you say, a really amazing atmosphere here with tons of activation, tons of food trucks and sort of food areas available, and just a really positive atmosphere the whole day long. You saw people of all ages. I saw some really young kids and families, and just a really positive, beautiful day here at Long Beach, and it really is a tremendous event. I think if you don't know it, you might know it's a big event in the IndyCar calendar, but you come here and you realize the magnitude of this event, and I think they were expecting around 200,000 people and across the whole weekend, and I heard someone say to me, practice felt like quali, and quali felt like the race, and then the race felt like, well, Formula One, and there's something in that. I think this weekend certainly a blueprint for how you can really do an event super well, and just a great weekend all around, and great weather. I think Wyatt's got something to add here as well.
I'll pull a quote that Joseph Newgarden said during media bullpen, or during his press release actually. he said that children are taking their parents and bringing them to races, it feels like. And my oh my, what an event this Long Beach Grand Prix was, with the turnout that showed out for this 50th anniversary race. It was unbelievable.
One more thing, actually, I was photographing today, and I got to walk around the whole track, and every single stand was full, and people were really watching. You know, sometimes you go to a sporting event and people aren't really watching. You know,
Maybe somewhere in NASCAR today, or
I mean, no comment on that. I mean, I was thinking baseball. Like hardly anyone's watching baseball, but everyone was really into it, and people were pressed up against the fence as close as they could get the whole way round. And even, you know, midway through the race, when it's sun's beating down, it's hot. We're 45 laps in, and people are still right up against that fence trying to take in the atmosphere. And I think it's a special event and a special race. And you know, it was a great day for Kyle Kirkwood.
It was a great day for everybody here at Frontstretch. We worked our butts off, and you can check out all of the content on our website, frontstretch.com, FS Open Wheel on the YouTubes, as well as our Instagram. Just search Frontstretch and catch all of this marvelous pictures that Mr. Danny Peters took on Frontstretch here in Long Beach. For Mr. White Watson, Danny Peters, I'm Brian Timothy, 19 names. Nolan, thank you, Danny, for the nickname. We'll talk with you next time here on another edition of Post-Race Conversations.
Trenton Worsham with Frontstretch.com. Come back for more great racing videos. And if you like us, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.